Hello,
I'm Mr. Martin. What's your name?
my name's Nancy. I'm 11 years old.
Oh, hi, Nancy. What would you like to talk about today, Nancy?
Mm, I think I want to talk about my school
Okay. Tell me about your
because
school, Nancy.
um so I've just moved to a new schools because I finished my primary school and I
Hmm.
go to my secondary school and I was uh excited and like nervous to go to the new school,
Hmm.
but the good thing is I could have new friends and new teacher.
Hmm. Did your friends from your previous school come with you? Or did you move, or did you just go to a different school? Totally.
Some of my old friends they go to the same school as mine, but
Hmm.
the others could go to another school.
The it's you. Do you see them as often or no? Do you get
Yes,
yes? Uh, but you still get to make new friends at your school.
yes,
Mhm.
it's good to have a lot of friends.
Yes, it is. Oh, so what new things are you learning at your new school now? It,
A lot of subject, and I think it's different because in secondary school we have more tests
Mhm.
and more teacher, more subject, and more rules.
More rules, yes. Um, do you want to hear about? Well, I'll tell you that later. Is there anything specific about your school you want to talk about?
Like what?
Um, was there anything you're nervous about at your new school?
I'm scared to have a low grade.
Ah, well, Nancy, you're apparently trying to learn English on your own, which you're already very good at. Um, so I bet you are a very smart student and you don't have to worry too much about low grades.
Yeah, but it's pretty hard to like. I know that in Australia with my
Hmm.
uncle, he's like my dad cousins, and he
Hmm.
lived in Australia. He goes to school. He was at um, eighth grade. I'm not sure, like eighth grade. I think so.
Okay.
And when he opened the books, I see that I know how to do it. When I just in fourth grade.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So,
so like in fourth grade we study math in eighth grade in Australia.
okay. So you're ahead of them. So you're afraid that you're going to be moving very fast. Um, So you would be expected to do what an eighth grade student does when you're only in fourth grade, right?
No, like everybody learn it in fourth grade.
Hmm.
Like it's different in another country.
Yes, yes, definitely. Which country are you in?
I'm in Vietnam.
Vietnam. Okay. I'm in the United States. Uh,
Oh, America.
yes, America. Um, do you want to hear about my school?
Yeah.
Hmm. So, um, the age you're at, fourth grade. Fourth
No,
grade. No.
I'm Um, for grade, I said before, but now I'm in
Ah,
sixth grade.
sixth grade. Okay. Yes. The age you are at was about where in America we go to what we call middle school, um, which is between elementary school and high school. So, like uh, 1.5. Uh, that doesn't make sense. Sorry. We go to middle school. And the middle school that I went to was a building that was in the same on the same campus as our high school. So it was right next to the high school. It was, same parking lot, same gym, everything. But it was a very small building. Um, and so uh, I remember every day we had break time, and we'd all the students in the entire middle school would just go out into the hallway and just eat their snacks and sort of bump into each other. And I remember my friends and I, we were we were boys, so we were kind of rowdy. Uh, we would play a game where we tried to hit each other in the stomachs and just sort of tag each other in the stomachs like that. And it was a fun time. Um, does that sound fun to you, or is that just stupid?
No, it's dangerous.
It is a little dangerous, yes. Um, Luckily, we don't do that anymore, but it was fun when we used to do it.
Yeah, but that's just the boys do.
Hmm. What do you do when you have a break at school?
It's different. Like when I primary school and now, um, in primary school we usually go to the yard. Like we play some games
Yeah, you had
for
recess.
girls, of course, or for both, because
Hmm.
this is a traditional game in my country. Both boys and girls could play.
Hmm.
Yes, but it might be a little bit dangerous because you play this. You have to hop like with one leg.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
So if you lost balance, you would fall down.
hmm. So is it just who can hop the longest, or are you trying to hop somewhere?
Hmm, I'm not sure how to explain it now.
Mhm. So in the United States, we have hopscotch, which um, has a lot of different versions, but it's kind of like the game you were talking about. You draw a bunch of squares on the ground in chalk, and you have to hop on either one leg or two legs uh, into each square, and try not to lose your balance. And people take turns hopping through the squares.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Do you want to talk about dessert?
Okay.
Okay. I have a lesson on dessert we can go over. Uh, Once I pull it up again. Sorry, I got away from me. Um, hmm. It's not this one. No. Should be this one. Yes. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about dessert. Um, so the first one we're going to talk about is cake. So do you like cake?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. How often do you get to eat cake?
Hmm. Usually in my birthday, because I got to eat birthday cake.
Yeah. Yeah, I only eat cake on my birthday. Sometimes not even then. Um, so in Vietnam, do you have other like special Vietnamese desserts, or do you eat cake and what I'm used to?
There is maybe I'm not sure if the other country have it, but there's like a cake which they put the bananas
Hmm.
into that cake and then they fry it.
Ooh, like
Like
a
the
deep.
bananas and then
Mhm,
some flour.
mhm.
Yeah, and
Well, that
then
sounds
they
good.
fry it. Yeah.
We have something kind of similar in the U.S. called banana bread, which is just bread with bananas and nuts in it, but we don't fry it. So I think Vietnam might win that one. Mhm. So now we're going to talk about ice cream. So do you like ice cream?
Not really.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't like sweets that much either. Um, does Vietnam have a special kind of ice cream that's, or even just your city?
No, I don't think
No.
it's.
Mhm.
I don't think
So,
so. But there is an ice cream that once my aunt make it, and it
mhm.
is banana ice cream.
Yeah. So your aunt made homemade vanilla ice cream. Homemade ice cream is really good.
Yeah, she make like there's some bananas, and then
Hmm.
she make it like I don't know, um, let she get uh, a knife and like slaps it. I don't know,
Oh yeah. No, I've
like
seen that.
make it thin.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then
And then,
she put some like peanuts.
oh yeah. We have we have some in the United States. We have uh, a couple different places that specialize in ice cream, and they do kind of like what your aunt was talking about, where they'll like just sort of scoop out a bunch of ice cream and throw it on a slab, like a stone, and they'll sort of mash it down and massage it and make it thin and put all kinds of stuff in it and then like fold it over. I guess your aunt was putting the nuts in and then folding it over and mixing it up again, right?
No, she don't mix it up. She just put some peanuts on the top, and then she put it in a bag. I don't know, like
A
um,
bag. Interesting.
and then just put it in the freezer.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. I've never had ice cream like that, but I think it'd be fun to try. All right. So now we're going to talk about chocolate.
Oh wow, chocolate's my favorite dessert.
Oh, you love chocolate. Okay, great. How do you like to eat chocolate? Like a candy bar, or do you drink hot chocolate, or how do you do it?
I like a chocolate bar,
Yeah.
but it
So,
has to sweet. I don't like bitter chocolate.
oh, you like the sweet chocolate. You don't like dark
Yeah,
chocolate?
yeah.
See, I like dark chocolate, but my taste buds are weird. I like things that kind of taste like dirt, honestly. So, uh, but my favorite kind of chocolate is I had this recipe that I used to bring into like school and stuff whenever I was feeling special. Where I just make some brownies. You know what brownies are, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I'd make some brownies, just very basic brownies. We just get a box from the store and it has all the brownie stuff in. You just make brownies. But in the middle of the brownies, I get two big chocolate bars and put them in the brownies, and they cook with the brownies. And so then when you're eating your brownie, you eat it, but then you get like a chocolate bar in the middle as a surprise, and it's so good. And you can add all kinds of weird other candy in there in the chocolate, um, like toffee. Do you know what toffee is?
No.
It's kind of like sticky. It's a little bit hard, but not too hard. But mixed in with the brownies and the chocolate, it's really good. Mhm.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, you might want to try that someday if you feel like
Yes.
making brownies with the chocolate. Yeah, yeah, I think you'll like it. Um, so you like chocolate more than like fruity candy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We have these. I mean, you were talking about school, and I was thinking, I had one class where the teacher basically bribed us to behave with fruity candy. There's a kind of candy in the U.S. called a Jolly Rancher. They come in all these different colorful flavors, and they're just sort of like hard, small candies that are taste like fruit and sugar, mostly sugar. Um, and they're just kind of to fun to suck on while we're doing our lesson. And so the teacher would give these to us if we answered a question or we were just nice, or she felt like it, I guess. Um, so I used to really like Jelly Ranchers, but I think you're right on the chocolate. I think chocolate is actually better. I just had to have good chocolate. Hmm. Uh, so, is chocolate really popular in Vietnam?
No, it's hard to find.
Okay, interesting. Um, hmm. So I guess there's no special recipes in Vietnam that use chocolate, are there?
I don't know,
Hmm. Oh well.
but when I want to eat chocolate, I has to go far away where I live
Hmm.
or ask my relative,
Hmm.
like my uncle live in Australia, to
Hmm.
give us some chocolate. I already asked him, but he didn't give it.
Oh, he needs to send you some chocolate. He should ship some chocolate over on a plane, express delivery, just so you can have chocolate.
Yes, last time he did,
Mhm.
but now I asked him, but I think he's too busy with his work, so he couldn't give it.
Mhm. Okay. All right. So we got two pictures here. Which of these do you think you'd want?
Cake,
Yeah.
cake.
Cake. Yes. You know, I get that. I know you don't like ice cream, but I think that's a really kind of boring, sad cake. So I would go with the ice cream. Um, if it was a better cake, I would go with the cake, though. Mhm. All right, let's jump ahead.
Yeah.
All right, so now between this chocolate or this like really nice cake, which do you prefer?
I would choose the chocolate if it's not bitter.
Hmm. Okay, I don't know. For me, it's a hard choice. It depends on like how much I want to eat and how much I can eat. I think good chocolate would probably beat the cake, though. Yeah, I think you're right there. Hmm. All right, so now we got a sad one. Which of these is worse? Would you put up with the ice cream melting on your hand, or would you put up with the chocolate melting on the table?
Like, eat this?
I mean, eat it or just have to clean it up later. Which would you rather deal with? I guess.
I think I choose the ice cream because I clean my hand easier than clean the table.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that'd be easier than dragging out the washcloth and scrubbing the table when you just sort of run your hand under the water. I think you're right. Yeah. All right. So now we've got a lot of different desserts here from other
Wow.
countries. Yeah. Um, do you know any of these? Do you want to guess their names? I have a cheat slide that'll tell me the names, so I can tell you what they are.
Um, the I think the picture number 4. I
Hmm.
think I know this cake, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I could.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm not sure what its name, but
Hmm.
it's from Japan.
Ah, okay. Um, I'm not. So the version here, the slide calls these red bean buns, and it says they're from China, but I bet Japan has something really similar. Yeah. Um,
What the name of it?
red bean buns. Let me type that in so you can see it. I'm not sure because I mean, there's obviously something red in there, but I don't think there's beans in there. I don't think beans would be very tasty as a dessert. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but I bet it's still delicious, whatever it is. Um, what about this one at the top? Do you know what that is?
No.
No. So that's baklava, um, which is kind of like I actually had some recently. It's sort of it's very sticky. It's held together with honey, and it's kind of hard. Um, but I think if you get it made the right way, it's actually really soft and nice. It's kind of like it tastes delicious either way, but I think depending on how it's made, it's kind of hard to chew and actually eat. Um, but some people really like it. I talked to someone who that was their favorite dessert. Um, how about this one? What do you think? Uh, where do you think that one's from?
How can I know?
I'm just I don't know. I'll just tell you. This is from the Philippines, and it's halo halo, which I think just means it's kind of sort of like a fruit, just cold fruit, maybe a little ice cream in there. Very fruity ice cream, I think. Um, mhm. I'm going to just sort of go through each of these and tell you what they are, okay?
Okay.
All right. So these are called alfajores. They're from South America. I think they're kind of like a cookie.
Yeah.
This one, this one you might have seen on TV, even if you've watched some like American TV shows. Do you want to try to guess what it is, or you want me to just tell you?
No, I don't want to guess.
Okay, I'll just tell you. Um, so this is a cannoli, and they're from Italy. Have you ever heard of a cannoli?
No.
No. Okay. Well, it's like a sort of a tube with cream in it, and it's very creamy. Um, they talk about them a lot, and so America has a big Italian population. We had a lot of Italians who came over, and so they brought over their desserts like cannoli. So sometimes we'll watch a TV show with Italian characters in America, and they'll talk about cannolis and all kinds of Italian food that they like. Um, so that's why I know what a cannoli is. Uh, and this last one is called Bingsu, which is it's from Korea, and it's a type of shaved ice. Um, do you know what shaved ice is?
Like they put in the blender?
Yeah, I think some of them do. It's I don't think this one was put in a blender, but some places probably put shaved ice in the blender. I think it's just like frozen food, frozen fruit that they've shaved bits off of. maybe in a blender, maybe with like a giant knife or something.
It's
Hmm.
kind of like the things that I've already eaten. Like there's some the ice. Well, I think they put in the blender. I don't know. And then
Hmm.
syrup. They put syrup and some fruit.
That sounds like a really good snow cone. Do you know what a snow cone is, or a slushy?
No.
No. It's probably an American thing, but it's basically just uh, ice with syrup drizzled on it, and it tastes good, but it's mostly just ice,
Yeah.
sugar. Yeah. America loves sugar. I don't love sugar, but the rest of America does. All right. That's the end of this lesson. So I'm just gonna hide that, and I can try to find another lesson with our last 3 minutes, or we can just talk about stuff.
Maybe talk.
Okay, great. So you started at a new school, and you are apparently learning things in Vietnam ahead of what they learn in Australia. So good for you. You're doing very well. Um, do you have like honors or advanced classes at your school?
Sorry.
Do you have honors or advanced classes at your school? Do some of the kids, like the smartest kids, get to go to a special class?
No.
Hmm. We have that in the US, but honestly, I think it's just that they don't have the resources to teach all the children the best that they can. So they kind of single out the good kids. Um, this is an expression in the US that is kind of, it's like putting quotation marks around something to mean that I'm not entirely serious about it. I just to make sense of that. So they take some of the kids out to focus on them, um, which is not. I don't think it's a very good practice, but I, it, no one wants to give up their honors classes. Um, it's probably too much to talk about. But so it's good that in Vietnam that apparently everyone gets a good education.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm. When there's like usually when there's good students, the teacher will get the good students sit with the
Hmm. Oh,
like
so
bad students. I don't know. So we could show them.
mm. Okay. So you put a good student with a bad student, so the good
Yeah.
student can help the bad student. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good way to do things. Hmm.
Yeah. And at my class, in my class, I am the vice class president.
Very good. Was there an election? Did your classmates vote?
Sorry?
Did your classmates vote for you to be vice president? Did they choose you?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Uh, uh, did they just like you, or did you prove that you were very smart or something?
No, they're actually one class president and a lot of, not too much, but more than one um,
Mhm.
vice class presidents. So my job is to put the class in for dancing and
Mhm.
singing,
Mhm.
do something like that.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.